France taking on Morocco. Many an eye on this one. The defending champions taking on the tournament darlings. The defending champions, the favourites coming into this one. And just a reminder that ESPN FC on ESPN Plus is presented by the all-new Honda CR-V Hybrid. Gemma, we've been talking about Morocco's progress, and I wonder if it's a big surprise to you, given that you'll know many a player in this team from La Liga.
It was a big surprise to see the way they hold the opening game against Croatia, because we know the talent of these players, but some of the key players are not enjoying especially a great season. Like in the City, he's hardly playing, not with Lopetegui, not with Sampaoli. So yes, it's been kind of a surprise. Then when I saw them against Belgium, I was like, okay, this team really melts perfectly together, and what they have managed to do hasn't been no surprise for me. It would be a huge surprise to see them beating France. But yes, we know well Bono, he was the best goalkeeper last season in La Liga. And the funny thing, curious thing, it reflects our times, is that half of this squad were born in Europe. A lot of them were created in the Spanish academies, like Hakimi in Real Madrid or Munir Mohamedi as well. And actually, Spain tried Hakimi to play for them, and he didn't feel like home. He felt he suffered some episodes of racism, so that's why he decided to pick Morocco. And I think that's something that European nations can think about it. The way, that we treat these people that's coming so talented one like this one. So the Atlas Lions, it has been a surprise the beginning and not the rest of the tournament. And it's amazing the way that the player number 12, I think, is affecting them. I was at the Spain game. I haven't seen that, heard that booing in a Clásico against the rival. It was amazing, and it will be for sure against France, again, the local team, the Morocco.
Stuart, what have you made of Morocco in this World Cup?
When you talk about sitting deep and defending being really compact, stopping the opposition playing through you, defending for your lives, Morocco have done that superbly. You know, they had to play on the counter-attack in most of the games, but defensively they've been so well organised. There's so many teams that when they drop that little bit deeper, they don't get the intensity when they close down. Morocco have done that. They've dropped deep, but then they've defended with intensity as soon as the opposition get in the top third of the field. And then they've played on the counter-attack. Their defending has been the best in the tournament so far. And that's why they are where they are, because in attacking sense, you know, they're always going to be, they're not going to make that many chances here. She's obviously their key player down the right-hand side. But overall, it's their defensive qualities, their understanding, the tactics of how to stop the opposition have been brilliant.
We've seen some of the highlights, actually, Jules, of Achraf Hakimi and Kylian Mbappe, and the friendship that the two of them have. It's been obviously put out there on social media, comes as no surprise. That's a nice friendship to focus on when it comes to this game, but how do you see those two featuring in this game?
Yeah, it's a great narrative in this game, of course, because they will directly face each other as well. So you often have a friend or a very good friend who play against you, but to play directly against each other as a right back and as a kind of a left winger, if you want, would be even special. They spend a lot of time together. They've spent a lot of time here in Doha together. The families know each other. It goes way beyond football and way beyond just a normal friendship that you can have in a dressing room. So it would be very special. They just know each other so well, like by heart. I think Achraf would know exactly what Kylian is going to do with his step over. Kylian knows exactly what the way Achraf likes to defend or not. I think it would be fascinating. And for Kylian to go from Kyle Walker in a very different matchup, of course, to then his best friend, it can't be easy on back-to-back games.
Yeah, you wonder if that's going to be the important...
Well, you can't be friends for 3 or 4 hours. You just can't be friends for 3 or 4 hours. If you want to be matey, then you're probably going to get done. You got to put it out your mind. He's just another player, and if that 50-50 tackle's there, and you got to smash him, you got to smash him. And you can't be half-hearted about it, and you can't be thinking about it, and you can't be, doubting yourself. Oh, I might hurt him. Oh, he's my mate. No, there's no. It gets to this point in games, Stevie. There are no friends in these games.
No friends in football, Stevie?
Absolutely none.
Just ships passing in the night.
So keep your distance, all right?
Well,
no, I get it. It's a deep-rooted thing. away from it and has been for years. I understand all that.
I've never seen anybody, you know, there's been plenty of players who have played against each other who are brothers, who are friends. I've never once that I can remember ever seen anything other than both parties, if the ball's stuck in between the two of them, both of them smashing into each other. It doesn't happen.
Do you know, we'll have a beer afterwards. It's probably a glucose drink these days or something. They
Probably.
don't. But you know, you say, look, we'll talk about this after. We'll have a laugh about it. We'll see whoever comes out the victor, and we'll go then and we'll have a cold beer. But let's not be doing all this matey thing during the game. There's way too much on the line here.
I know you two are going to laugh at me when I put this to Jules now. When I say that France just squeezed past England, Jules, have Morocco seen some areas they'll be able to exploit from that game?
I don't know. I think the boys Stuart was right earlier. They're going to play exactly the same way that they play against Spain and Portugal. I don't know if they can pull out another miracle this time. I think France have something that Spain and Portugal didn't really have or didn't do enough, because we saw when Nico Williams came on that he went on 1v1 with Mazraoui, and that's where Mazraoui struggled. And then there were crosses in the box, although there was nobody there. France will have Giroud in the box, and I think from what we've been told, the plan very much that they've been working on is for Dembele to go 1v1 with Mazraoui, if Mazraoui is even fit, to play a left back, and for Kylian, of course, to go 1v1 with Hakimi, and then to put them under pressure like that instead of just passing the ball from right to left. Because what this Morocco side does really well is that shuffling. You know, they're so good, they're so compact, they're so narrow that if there's not enough pace in the way when you play your passes, if there's no 1v1 situation, or even 2v1 if your fullbacks go forward, then it's too comfortable for them to defend, and they're just too good at defending.
Everyone's gone for France when it comes to the predictions. I'm interested to know why you've gone for them, Stuart Robson.
Exactly what Jules was just saying. I think Didier Deschamps will get the tactics right, get the ball wide quickly, switch a play really quickly, and then you've got Olivier Giroud. I never thought I'd say this, but he's the most important player on the field. If they can get enough crosses into the box, Olivier Giroud, as he's shown over his career with France, will get on the end of something and score a goal, as he did against England. But they have to get other midfield players making runs into the box as well. Rabiot, in particular, who I thought was excellent in the game against England. So I think, France will win the game by a couple of goals to nil.
I don't know why you were embarrassed saying that they only squeezed by England.
You were actually kind about England. I was watching.
Who cares? The most important word was
England
past.
Yeah,
You
well,
can use any word you like. Past England is all that matters.
England played well, but unfortunately they're out. The French had the nous and the experience and blah, blah. But it's not going to happen. It can't happen a third game in a row, can it? Morocco, dream-like story, clean sheets again. No, France have got too much, I think.
Well, we only have to wait a couple of days to find out.
Oh, it could have been England.
Could have been. Would have been. It wasn't.
Should have been.
No, I won't say that.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.